Is going to be on a topic, I think so. The first panel already had discussed that, but it would be interesting because I heard a few of the views. So, let's try to navigate in this journey together. So, today I'll be covering or I'll be discussing on the hot topic right now, which is demystifying agentic AI and how you can actually, apply it to your businesses, right? So, I'm pretty sure, this is not an alien word to most of the folks out over here. But still, we'll try to capture some of the basic fundamentals. What goes into the agentic AI or AI agents, right? So agentic AI is a form of artificial intelligence which actually works independently, and it also has capability to take autonomous decisions and then also continuously learn and evolve, right? So currently, Gartner projects that by 2028, 33% of the enterprise businesses will actually adapt agentic AI, and subsequently, by 2030, this particular market is expected to grow and surpass $47 billion of revenue, right? So that is pretty interesting. And in fact, I did hear one of the panelists did mention that, yes, this is at a very nascent stage. Yes, but personally, I feel that this is groundbreaking in so many different ways, right? So let's just go try to deep dive more. So let's understand the key principles on which the agentic AI or the AI agents typically work, right? So again, going back to the traditional AI, we know how the traditional AI typically works, right? It works on a limited set of data. It has its own limitations because when it comes to traditional AI, it was more of predicting the patterns, doing certain kind of analysis, right? And when 18 months back, when ChatGPT or GenAI hit the market, it took the market by storm, or it took the world by storm for that matter, right? And by the end of 2024, we started hearing something new, which is AI agents or agentic AI, right? And this is a paradigm shift from Gen AI, what Gen AI is doing and what agentic AI is doing. So let's understand the key principles on what agentic AI works on, right? So autonomy, right? So this is something that traditional AI cannot leverage because traditional AI always have human intervention in place. However, when we talk about AI agents, right, they are autonomously independent to take decisions, and that's what they bring to the table, right? In fact, traditional AI will give you, let's take an example of ChatGPT, right? So you give a prompt, it will give you some kind of a content, but it also gives you an option to refresh that content till the time you actually, achieve what you're looking for. And that's exactly agentic AI differentiate, and they act towards a goal-oriented behavior, right? So you get to set the goals defined to this AI agents, and it will actually continuously evolve and understand your needs, and basis on that, it would give you those output, which would be, probably in the best interest of your business. Because this is also possible because of the contextual understanding that the AI agent has the capability of doing it, which we do not have something as part of the traditional AI, or even for that matter, within the Gen AI capabilities, right? And then comes the most important part, which is your reinforcement learning, wherein traditional AI or Gen AI also, it needs more supervised kind of a learning. Here, agentic AI is actually meant to do reinforced learning from the external sources as well, right? And most importantly, agentic AI can actually work with different AI agents altogether. However, Gen AI or traditional AI typically works in silos. Now, what is the difference between agentic AI and traditional AI? I think so. I've already touched upon all these points. But again, to go over, autonomy is one of the biggest factor. Agentic AI has that autonomy power within, and it can actually take decisions as compared to a traditional AI. Because traditional AI typically, again, a predefined instructions and more of a rule based. It will give you a limited set of answers. However, agentic AI tries to do things different. Second is adaptability. I would, in fact, if you ask me, personally, I feel that agentic AI and traditional AI or Gen AI also, the major difference is reactivity and proactivity, right? While traditional AI and Gen AI are more reactive in nature, that means till the time you don't go to them and ask them, they won't give you anything. But here, what we are trying to do, or what we are trying to achieve with the help of agentic AI it's more proactive. It can understand your businesses, it can understand your challenges, and basis on that, it would start giving you the required decision-making authority, right? And that also circles back to your goal orientation and then learning approach. I think so. I've already discussed about it. One of the important factor, collaboration. Here, as I said earlier, Agentic AI has the capability to work collaboratively with humans, and it can integrate with multiple different touch points because it is actually getting a lot of data from different systems, and basis on that data that it has, it will refine its logics, its algorithm, and then try to give you a better output. Now, how to apply this agentic AI or AI agents to your business? Correct? It's not that just plug and play. Definitely, agentic AI would have dependency on multiple items. It would also need data, which typically comes in from your core systems or legacy systems. And since these are legacy systems, getting data from such kind of a systems is also a problem. So that's where what happens is agentic AI can be leverages RPA technology also to pull in all this required data in a predefined format or the format that it is intended to. Secondly, there's a lot of data which also resides as part of your unstructured documents, right? So there's a lot of data through which unstructured documents can be automated with the help of IDP, that is your intelligent document processing. Then comes the third element. Now that you have all this data together, what is the expectation of the output that you expect? So that's where the generative AI comes into the picture, and then you have to tie all these different elements onto a single unified platform. That's where your low-code process automation capability comes into the picture. Okay. Moving ahead, so this is a very basic workflow or an example that how typically the agentic AI operates and functions. So there are two things. One is the input, and second is the output. So any user can actually give their prompts or the objective or the goal for the agentic AI, and basis on that, that agent actually comes up with the plans, and once it strategizes the plans, it also tries to redefine it and fine-tune it even better. Correct? So once that is done, after that it actually goes and then executes that action. So this is how, at a very high level, though there's a lot of thing that goes in the background, but at a very high level, this is one of the approaches that how agentic AI typically functions. Okay. Now, what are the different applications of agentic AI? So agentic AI can be actually it's industry agnostic, depending on the nature of business you are in. There are multiple different use cases, but since I could just cover some of them in one particular slide, so here are a few of the important ones. So in banking or in the BFSI sector, customer support and your risk assessment, financial assessment, all those things can be taken care by agentic AI instead of humans doing it. Similarly, when you move to the pharmaceutical area, clinical trials and complaint management is one of the key areas wherein we think that agentic AI can bring in a lot of revelation. And in fact, while we progress ahead, I'll cover a few of the use cases also where we have already done this, right? So similarly in healthcare, you have your health trend analysis, drug discovery. Then in manufacturing, inventory management and supply chain can be really optimized with the help of agentic AI. Moving to the benefits of agentic AI. So the benefits of agentic AI and traditional AI remains overall same, but I would touch upon a few of the important ones. Definitely, agentic AI is about to bring in more enhanced efficiency as compared to a Gen AI or a traditional AI, because as I said, you are actually eliminating that manual touch point, and that's why if you are removing that touch point, definitely your operational efficiency is going to increase. And once that operational efficiency is in place, that means it will translate to your cost optimization. But one of the most key takeaways is, again, informed decision making. So your go-to-market time and even the entire time which is involved in that entire process can be reduced significantly with the help of the agentic AI. Okay. Now I'll quickly cover a couple of use cases wherein we have actually done this. So this is one of the global pharmaceutical leader wherein we have actually implemented agentic AI. And this processes their complaints management. So they receive complaints from all over the world, and they had a huge team. In fact, they have a huge team which typically goes through all these emails or complaints and then tries to categorize it and then takes the subsequent decisions. So we have helped them automate this entire process which actually will help, have helped them to reduce the overall TAT involved. And the AI agents are actually, going through the emails, categorizing it, and then taking appropriate decision with what needs to be responded back to the customer. So this is one use case. Second is, I think so that gentleman already spoke at a high level. This is something, again, we have also done for another client of ours, wherein we have built an AI agent for them, which typically helps them with all the compliance-related checks, all your EHS, governance-related policies, and it tells you that, okay, this is right and this is wrong and this is how you should do it. Okay. I think so my time's is up, but I'll just cover quickly 2 slides. So what is the future of agentic AI looks like? Definitely increased autonomy. You can have more, processes that are automated with very minimal, human touch points. Second is you can carve out tailored solutions using by the help of agentic AI and GenAI. And then, I strongly believe that 12 months down the line, this was going to be a very very important strategy for all the CXOs that are sitting out in the hall today. Okay. Now talking about just the Nividous. So we are Nividous. We are an intelligent automation company. We help businesses to work at peak efficiency while we leverage our native platform, which combines the capability of RPA, IDP, low-code process automation, which is your BPM, and then we have also recently clubbed the GenAI and Agentic AI capabilities. So I'd be more than happy to discuss more use cases with you. We are just right outside, this presentation hall. Glad to please feel free to visit our booth and looking forward to interesting conversations. Thank you. Any questions? Sure, sir. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to take questions, but yeah.
What are the potential risks actually in agentic AI?
Yes.
In terms of what challenges did you actually face while doing the design and development?
In fact, I removed one of the slides which actually spoke about the challenges. But challenges predominantly, at this point of time remains. One is the ethics. We definitely need to, tie it around a very strict boundary. We have to define strong ethics and how that agentic AI or AI agent should work. That's one. Second is accountability, right? Because we are leaving the decision in the hands of a, let's say, virtual bot, correct? So who's supposed to be accountable for that actions that the virtual or AI agent is taking? That's second. And third would be typically your data privacy. So these are a few of the challenges that we foresee with agentic AI. But I'm sure the way we are progressing in this particular area, we'll find our ways to come over this. Hope that answers.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Assuming there are no further questions.
Any questions? All right. Please put your hands together. Mr. Parag Talekar, thank you so much for your valuable insights, Mr. Parag.